Hi, and welcome back to Lizard Studios. Today, you are going to be drawing the face. Yes, we're going to be drawing the face by steps, and we are going to be drawing with charcoal. Not with pencil, not with pen, not with markers, no. With charcoal, which is a method that I really like because it helps you make shadows in the face. So we're going to learn to do that today, okay? And we're also going to be looking at the different proportions of the face and where each thing goes in the face, like the eyes, the nose, etc. So, to get ready and begin, let's get our materials on the table. Okay, so for today, you're gonna need different color of paper. For example, a vanilla, light yellow, or maybe a mint green. This is also a bright yellow, but also it's light. White and purple, okay, or violet. Okay, so you choose one of these colors to use. Now, charcoal comes in many different ways. You could have charcoal pencils, not to get your hands dirty, okay, because charcoal is very dirty. Remember, charcoal is made from wood that is burned and pressed together. So like that, you have thick charcoal, medium charcoals, and you also have very thin charcoal, okay? It depends the one that you want to use. The one that I usually buy for my students, because I get it from the magazines that go to schools with materials, supplies, is this type of charcoal, which comes in little packets like this, and you usually get like 6 or 12 if you get the small ones. And I like using the small one, so today I am going to be using this small one to draw with, so you see how it is, okay? Now remember to keep also a napkin, okay, nearby, because charcoal is very, see my fingers, is very messy, so you could get it all over yourself. So anytime you could clean yourself, you could clean your fingers like that. So keep also a napkin nearby. All right, I also have here a sharpener, just in case I want to get a better point, okay? And I also have a rubber. This is a type of rubber that is like blue tack. You know, blue tack that we use for the walls to put things. You can make this rubber go into like a little tiny point like this, see? And if you have to erase like a little thin spot, then you can make the rubber just go into that little thin spot, just like this, see? And rub out that little spot, okay? So let me get all my charcoal in here. And I'm gonna blow this one out. Whew, you buff and a buff. I'm gonna blow your house away, said the wolf to Little Red Riding Hood. So let's begin today's project. So I am going to use this paper, is the vanilla paper, okay? And I'm gonna keep these to the side because I might use them later on to make another drawing, okay? I'm gonna use the eraser, the one that is really, really smooshy, and I could put into different shapes to erase, okay, to rub out stuff. And then I am going to use, from all these things that I have here, I am going to use the thin charcoal, okay? Very good. So let's review some things that we have already done in other lessons, but let's review. The first thing that I wanted to show you was this picture of face shapes. You know that faces have different shapes. There might be square faces, they might be round faces, triangular faces. But today, I'm just going to make a normal, like this one, a normal round oval face, see? Like an oval face. And I'm gonna do it really soft with the charcoal. So like that, when I rub out, look at this, I almost don't have a mark, okay? And that's just what I want to do, to be able to rub out and almost not have a mark. So you're gonna make an oval shaped face, okay? Or if you want to, another shape of face, okay? And you know, that's up to you. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is talk about proportions. And if you remember, I told you that that halfway in the face is where the eyes go. And eyes have different shapes also, you see? And you're gonna pick a shape of eye and you're gonna draw a shape of eye. Now, where do we draw that shape? Well, if this is the half, the head, we are going to draw. I'm going to do this very light so you can see. We're going to do this right in the middle, okay? Right in the middle. Imagine that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyes in the face. We're going to leave one eye in the middle, okay, like an imaginary one. And then we're going to draw one here and another one here. Okay? And today, what we're doing is practicing with the charcoal. So what I want you to do is just to draw it, okay? Don't worry too much about the shapes. So we draw those eyes and we're gonna draw like the letter U inside. Okay, that's the way that I always do this, like the letter U. And a little bit darker here, a little bit darker here. Now today we're gonna use our fingers, okay? Because that's why we are using the charcoal today, so we could use our fingers. So I'm gonna show you how to do that in just a second, but the first thing that we're gonna do now is draw the eyelids right up here. And there's different shapes of eyelids also. So you're just gonna pick one and put it on there. And then we are going to draw the nose, okay? So the nose goes right here in between. So we're gonna make a line, and remember there's different types of noses. Wider noses, thinner noses, longer noses. We're just gonna pick one and we're just gonna do it. Remember, I always do like a little bird. See? And I make it a little bit darker here and a little bit darker here. Okay, and it's okay. Then what I do is I draw the eyebrows, and the eyebrows go straight. See, if this was the nose, straight up here and straight up here. Remember, there's different also shapes of eyebrows, okay? We already talked about this, but just to remind you, look at this, and like that you could pick one and you could just go ahead and put your eyebrow here, just a line to show the shape, okay? And now, let me show you a trick, okay? You take your finger and look what I'm gonna do. With this same line that I have done, I'm gonna start making a shadow. See, the line gets a little bit thinner, but I'm just gonna make a shadow below the nose, see? Below, not on top, and around the eye, just to give it some depth. Because this darkness here gives the eye depth, and it does not look flat. Okay, now look at this. I'm gonna do it on this side, and then I'm going to rub out the line in the middle, which I put there just to show you, okay? Just to show you that. All right, I'm gonna go around the eye also with my finger, just to make it a little bit darker. Around here, not too much around the eye, but around here. And around on top of the eyebrow, you see, and below the nose. I'm also going to do this inside the eye to give the eye a little bit of color. You see that? And now, what do? I take my napkin, I clean my finger, okay? And I'm gonna take the charcoal again, and I'm gonna go back on top of this line, okay? To make that eye stand out, you see? And it's okay if there's darkness inside the eye. So like our eye is like a sphere, where the eye is not completely white. It has some volume to it, and like that, like putting some little bit of gray inside the eye shows that there's some volume, okay? So here we go. You know what? And then the eye is not, you know, we have little lines in the eye. So we make little lines go out from our pupils like this. And if your eye is a little bit darker, well, you make the eye a little bit darker, okay? I have light eyes, so I've always drawn light eyes because it's one of those things that my eyes are like that, but oh well. Okay, so I made the eye lid again, okay? And then I have my eyes. And I make one side of the nose a little bit darker. I might do this here only, not the bottom, and then this side also like this. And then on the other side, I'm not gonna draw as much, okay? I'm going back into the eyebrows now, and I'm gonna make some hair on those eyebrows with the charcoal. Look at this. So I'm going to just pretend that there's some hair here, like that. in here. I'm gonna draw that hair. And like the eyebrow is already dark, it looks like there's more hair there, okay? Look at that, it looks natural now, okay? Now, we're gonna continue and we are going to start drawing the mouth, okay? So how do we draw the mouth? Well, look at this. If this is the nose and this is the bottom of the face, the mouth is in that third right there, okay? So look at this. From the bottom of the nose, we cut into 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. And the mouth is right here in the first third right there, okay? So we make a line. There's different shapes of mouths also, okay? Like you see, they could be thin, they could be thick, they could be a little bit wider, they could be, you know, with a lot of volume. So, but in the middle, you always have to make this line in the middle, okay? And this line in the middle goes from here all the way to the bottom of the middle of one eye, you see that? And the middle of the other eye, so it will be up to here. So from here to there. So let's do it. I always make like another little bird like that. And then what happens is that I make the top lip, okay, and the bottom lip. But look at this, if you just make lines, it looks very flat, and we wanted to make it look like 3-dimensional, like a trio. So you're gonna do the trick with your finger again. You're gonna go ahead and you're going to put some color inside that mouth, just like this, okay? And usually the top lip is a little bit darker. I'm gonna make that line dark again, like this. And make some lines, because if you see our lips have these little lines, you see I didn't take the lip all the way to the end because the shadow is going to do that, okay? So let's see. We know there's a lip there. There we go, okay? And there we go. And then underneath our nose, there are these little things right here. We have like these little indentions right there. So we're just gonna do it with our finger, just like that. See, we're gonna do that, just 2. And then we have a shin right here. We make a little line right here in this third, and we have a little shin right there. And now, we're gonna give our face some volume, okay? So, we're gonna make like our shin coming in here. Okay, I'm just and then we have a shin. Our shin is like rounded up like this. And then our cheeks. Our head kind of comes in right here next to our eye, and then it goes back out. Okay, so it goes in and out like this. Okay, and then our cheeks are right here, and our face goes all the way to here. So let's give it some shadows. I'm just making that so I could have marks to make shins, you see? And then on the shin, below the shin, there's like darkness here and here, see? Around the face, there's a little bit of darkness. And then around the face and below the shin right here. Okay. And that goes all the way around the head, just like this, okay, maybe here on the, okay, on the forehead. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is this little line a little bit harder around here. Okay, we don't have to do all the lines, we just make sure that, okay, we have some lines darker, but not all of them have to be darker, okay, because we're going to add the hair. So the first thing that I'm going to do here now is add the eyelashes, okay, eyelashes, because we do have eyelashes, and we're going to add them, okay, just a little bit, not too much. Very thin, and with charcoal it's very easy to make these. Okay, just like that, as you see. And now the hair. Now there are different types of hair. For example, there's curly hair, and there's wavy hair, and there's straight hair. And all of these could be short, medium, or long. Here I'm gonna make some short hair so you could see, okay? And the first thing that I'm going to do is the neck, and then I'm gonna add the hair. So right below the eye and the mouth, we're going to make a neck. Right below the eye, this is gonna be a girl. If it would be a boy, then the neck will be at the end of the eye, for example, here. Because boys tend to have a thicker neck than girls, okay? That's the way that our bodies are, okay? So I'm gonna make this neck right here, okay? And to make this neck seem more realistic, I'm gonna give it, you know, these bones right here that we have right here, you see? You see my bones? Okay, so we're gonna give it some bones right there to the neck and shoulders. Sometimes you can't see them because you have like a shirt on, but sometimes you can. And we're gonna make this here a little bit darker. You see how I'm doing lines, like I'm hatching here behind the bones right there, okay, below the neck. Why am I doing this? Because now I'm gonna take my finger and look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a shadow here. See? On the side, right here, making like a shadow to make it look three-dimensional. And what am I gonna do now? Well, now I'm gonna start with the hair. So the hair, we have a hairline, okay? And our hairline goes from our eye to here, okay? It goes right here. We have a forehead, okay? So we have forehead here. See, this is my forehead, but then you see my hairline right here. See, this is kind of like my hairline. And it just goes around my head like a square like this. Sometimes it comes, oh, you know what I forgot here? The ears. Let's make the ears. The ears go from, hold on, before I make the hairline. The ears go from the eyebrow all the way to the nose. And there's different shapes of ears too, okay? So we're gonna just make shape of ears here. Okay, this is like an elephant ear, kind of. Okay, I'm just gonna put these right here. And I'm gonna go in and just go like that, okay? And also, the hair does not go from the top of our head. No, it goes from the top of our head. And for example, I'm gonna make here some wavy hair. So I'm gonna take the wavy hair and I'm gonna just make it to here. If I wanna make a wavy hair, I want to make that wavy hair all the way to here. And this is very simple because all you have to do is make wavy hair, okay? And from the hairline comes out the wavy hair also. And you just make the shape of hair that you want, okay, from this line. This one I'm gonna put behind the ear. A little bit here, but then behind the ear also. I'm gonna keep the ear there. Okay, and I'm gonna make it from this line here. And you see how this is gonna work now, okay? But first you make your, like the hair is gonna go. Wavy hair is usually a little bit bulkier on the head. So like we have bulkier hair, we make a little bit more hair up here. And then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take our finger, okay? And we're going to just add, okay, all that charcoal, okay? Look at this. I'm just gonna use the charcoal. It doesn't matter because you could go back and you could make the lines again. So it doesn't matter if you lose a little bit of the lines. You're not gonna lose all of them. This ear here is gonna go because this is just curly hair and I just want to make this hair look really nice. Okay, so now it's a little bit light. Okay, so see, this is all dirty. So I'm gonna use it for here. Okay. And now what I'm gonna do is take the charcoal again and I'm gonna make more wavy lines. It doesn't have to be on top of the other ones, but on the face, I do want to make a little bit of darkness right where the face is, okay, in some parts. because I think it looks really nice, see? And I'm just gonna make more. Ooh, this sounds terrible. See, I'm just gonna make more. There we go. More wavy here. And then, to make it look really realistic, this is the trick that I use. Okay? Let me show you. I take my finger and in some parts I just make it a little bit darker. I just go over some of them. I don't go over the whole head. I just go over a few parts a little bit darker like this. And make it a little bit darker and then go over and make more lines. Very soft, that are not as thick as the other ones. See? Okay, and with all this darkness that I have in my finger, I'm gonna go over the forehead like this and the hair so it looks more realistic. And just make a line here, a line there, a little dot right there. And now I can tell you that I am finished with this drawing. What do I do now? Well, look at this. I take my rubber and I erase the parts that I don't want. See? Maybe I want to make some light in the eyes. So I go in here and look at this. See how you make lighter eyes? See? The rubber just takes it away. Then you have to squish it together like this. You could get these rubbers at any art supply magazines or stores, okay? These are very easy to find. Okay? So now I just showed you how to make a little bit, so you rub out things that you don't want. I want this to be really light around the eye here. See, so I rub that out. It's like putting makeup on, kind of, see? So I rub out whatever it is that I don't want. Like here, I don't want this. I just go like this and it stays on the eraser, all right? So I write my name, and you write your name, okay? And we're gonna keep this for next time, all right? Because next time I am going to show you how to add color with charcoal, okay? It's not charcoal, it's actually chalk. Because next time I'm gonna show you how to add color with chalk to your charcoal drawing, okay? And it's gonna come out fantastic. So let's go over what we have done today. So today we have drawn a face with charcoal, okay? Like we already know more or less the proportions to use. We've gone over it really quickly, okay? But what I wanted you to experiment today was making the shadows with the charcoal. So the first thing we did was we actually drew the face with the charcoal, the shape of the face. Then we started drawing the eyes, the eyebrows, the nose, the mouth, the different parts of the face, the neck, all right? And what we have really worked on today is making shadows on the face to make it look more realistic. This is what I wanted you to work on for today, okay? In the next class, we're gonna add color. So I will see you next time. Take care of this, put it away. Make sure, if you can, take another paper. It could be a white paper or any color paper, and you put it on top like this, okay? And you save it like this until next time, because I'm gonna show you how to keep this next time for it not to come out of the paper. But until next time, we need to keep it covered, okay? And you need to keep it safe. So be good, you stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.